This is one of the things I think a lot of men out there struggle with is they're so worried and afraid of bad feelings. And to me, that's just showing that you've had an easy life. Like, there's real people out here who are trying to kill you. There's people out here who put a knife in your neck. You're scared of what? Feeling sad? Who cares? Like, there's real problems. What are you worried about feeling sad for? Who gives a shit? I could feel sad for the rest of my life, and I guarantee, one, nobody would know, and two, I would be monumentally successful regardless. So why are we even talking about it? I have no fear for a negative feeling. I have fear for me not being able to provide for my children. I have fear for people who rely on me not being provided for and cared for, but I don't have a single, I don't wake up and go, oh, I'm worried if I might feel sad today. Who cares? Who cares? I can be happy or sad on the same day. Nobody notices and the same things get done. The exact same amount of work gets done. Nothing changes. But I also don't believe that there's any light without dark. It's yin and yang for a reason. I don't think that I can just become the most Googled man on the planet and become monumentally successful and make hundreds of millions of dollars and nothing bad's gonna come from it. I think that would be hubris. You just used the word hubris, it's a fantastic word. I think it would be stupid for me to sit there and go, I should be able to do all of this good and have a fantastic life and there's gonna be no repercussion in any form. I knew this was coming to the point where I literally sat with Tristan about 3 weeks before it happened and said, we're fucked. I do feel like I need to tell the truth. I do feel like
What's the truth?
The truth is, well...
The truth about the Matrix?
Yeah, what I believe, and I do believe that I have a responsibility because of my massive platform, and I do believe that the responsibility is for me to do my best to educate people in a way that's going to make them happy. And I know I could have sold my soul 1,000 times, and I know I could have avoided this, and I know I could have not said certain things, and I understand all of that. I wasn't looking for a war this large. I wouldn't say I was looking for it. But I wasn't ignorant to the fact that it might happen. Like, I understand if I go into the ring, I might lose. But I do believe 93% chance I'm gonna destroy him.
Well, and you want the fight, either way.
I guess so, because how else do you matter, right?
That's my point.
And I'm not saying that I'm glad I'm being persecuted for false human trafficking inside of Romania. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that...
Yet, on the other side of this, how strong will you be?
Well, if you are a force for good, then the evil is gonna attack you, isn't it? And I do genuinely believe this is the battle of good versus evil in the world today. I believe that truth is always going to be on the side of good. I am religious. I believe the things I say most people knew were true only 10 to 15 years ago. I don't think they're radical ideas. And I think that there is an evil force in the world which is extremely deceptive. And they are out to try and silence me. Not because what I say is wrong. It's in fact because what I say is right. I believe the reason I have so much influence and the reason so many young boys listen to me and pay attention to me is because I say things that are true, that they know intrinsically, evolutionarily, inside of their bones as true, that I say things which work. People often wonder why my fan base is so feverish, why my fan base is so dedicated. Well, if they listen to me, it's the first time they ever feel good. The first time they ever train hard and start to feel better physically and they start to feel better mentally and they adopt my mental model and now they're not stressed or depressed anymore. And then they may start to make some money and they go, you know what, I started listening to Tate a year ago. I'm in the best shape financially, the best shape physically, the best shape mentally. Tate's the man. So they're hyper dedicated to me. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be a negative to that. I want to make something clear. I've been brutally aware of the fact that all of this might blow up in my face for a very long time. I've not been ignorant to that. And I think that's why jail didn't cause me pain. Because I wasn't in jail like, how did this happen? I was in jail thinking, they got me. I knew it. They've been after me for a long time. I knew they were coming. And I don't know if that's a coping mechanism, but I was saying on every single podcast before I went to jail, they're gonna try and put me in jail. I knew it.
Right. You said that there's a light and a dark. Is there darkness in you? I mean, there must be.
There's darkness inside of everybody.
Right, and do you know that part of you? Are you in a relationship with it? Do you think about it?
That's a good question. First, I have to identify what would the darkness in me be.
Well, let me present something to you. And I have a lot of female clients, but one of them said, well, you know, Andrew he's out there saying that he's helping all these young men, but in the beginning, he made his millions in some level exploiting these very men.
I don't think I exploited the men. I think I exploited, maybe I did exploit the men, but let me change my answer. I don't think me not exploiting them would have prevented them being exploited. I think these men were out to be exploited regardless, whether I did it or not. So,
but you can see how that sounds cynical to somebody where you say, well, they're going to be exploited anyway, so I'm going to make money off them. And then once I make money off them, I get this platform, then I'm going to champion them.
Completely. I mean, I guess that's probably one of the most logical arguments against me I've heard. Then we have to argue whether I was really exploiting them, which is another argument, right? Absolutely. Because a lot of these men, the only reason they didn't kill themselves is because they had an online girlfriend. Sure. So I actually think that webcamming and girls as a whole is closer to therapy than it is porn. Truly, these men are completely miserable, and the only joy they have is logging into that. So I don't think I did exploit them. The reason I said the fact about the fact they're going to be exploited anyway, it's very similar to having an alcohol store. Let's say there's 3 alcohol stores in a row, and all of your customers are alcoholics. Well, if you close your alcohol store, wow, they just buy at the next store next door. They're still going to be an alcoholic. You're not saving anyone's life. But I don't think I necessarily exploited. I didn't see myself as exploiting them or exploiting the girls. I don't think that. I think it was a business opportunity, and I approached it the way I approach everything, which is extremely professionally, and I got good at it, and we had a very successful company. Everybody was happy, including the men at home and including the women who all became millionaires. I've turned more women into millionaires than I've turned men into millionaires.
Life is hard sometimes.
Life is not always easy.
Life is not easy at all.
You will fail. You will likely fail often.
There's gonna be challenges. You're gonna get beat down.
At times it will test you to your very core.
That's the way life is.
There will be seasons where we will suffer, and the question is, how will you respond in those moments?
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work.
It's all right to fail as long as you fail forward.
And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
Easy, it's not an option, but it's worth fighting. It's worth giving yourself a chance.
You have to get up.
You can do it. You can do it.
Just because you feel discouraged doesn't mean you have to be discouraged.
I need you to have heart, because there's some things you just can't get without perseverance.
I don't care how dark it looks for you. It ain't over. Ain't no such a thing as over.
Come on, you need to remember, this is not the first time you cried. This is not the first time you were hurt. This is not the first diagnosis that came up from behind.
When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that will come from it.
I'll be back. I'll be stronger when I come back.
Mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Got injured? Good. Needed a break for training. Got beat? Good. We learned. That's it. Take that issue, take that problem, and turn it into something good. Go forward.
Keep going. Just find an excuse to win.
It's hard to handle it. I've got to step into it.
There's gonna be some scars. The scars gonna come. You might as well get blessed by the scars. They gonna come. You running from the blessing. They're gonna be scars. We gonna take some L's. We gonna get hurt. We all go through. You think you're the only one? Get up. Your mama needs you. Your daddy needs you. Your children need you. Get up. Life ain't gonna be easy. Ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing. Life's still gonna happen while you trying to blow up. Some of you, though, you let your pain pump you. You let your pain make you quit.
I challenge you to see your problems as a great thing.
I don't want you to go through this process, but nevertheless, take me through the fire.
That the harder the task, the more strength I'm going to gain from it.
If you're going to be successful in this game, you got to know it's a dog fight, and you got to go get that fight.
You got to get gritty, man. You got to develop some dog in you.
If you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, I'm telling you, at the end of the fight is going to come victory. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. You better go inside. You still looking outside for the stuff that's already inside.
There is within you a spirit that is greater than whatever is going on around you.
You still looking for someone to save you when you already your superhero. It's just time for you to get up and be the best version of you. You can get through this. You bigger than your pain. You better than that.
The righteous man, he falls 7 times, but he gets back up.